Welcome to Safe Again, a mind body soul reset for the fat and tired. Module 3. Reset your nervous system, reset your cravings. Thank you for being here. We'll be starting on time. My name's Julie and I'll be leading today's module on how regulating your nervous system can transform your relationship with food and your body. If you have any questions, feel free to hold on to them and I'll answer them at the end. This is a safe space, so do whatever makes you feel comfortable. Keep your camera on or off, grab a glass of water or take a break if needed. No pressure, just take what you need. As a wise man once said, you don't have to use willpower when your nervous system feels safe. Let's begin. Module 3. Reset your nervous system, reset your cravings. In the far corner of a bustling industrial estate, past the fields of trembling wheat and the groaning steel silos, stood the Tim Mantop ketchup factory. A red-bricked cathedral to condiments, its chimneys billowed the faint aroma of tomato pulp and white vinegar. Inside, deep in the flavour lab, worked Elliot, the professional ketchup taster. He wore a lab coat stained ingredients of crimson and rust. He held a clipboard like a priest holds scripture. Every morning began the same, a conveyor belt of bottles, a silver spoon, a pallet train to detect sweetness, acidity, spice, and the faintest hint of over-processed bitterness. Elliot's gift was his tongue. And for years, it was the tongue that decided the taste of Tim Mantop's best-selling sauce. The factory had one goal: to make the perfect ketchup. For years, Elliot believed in it. Tangy, bright, sharp, a vinegar snap on the back of the tongue, followed by a polite tomato roundness. It woke up fries. It elevated burgers. It was classic until the YouTube series. The Perfect Dog launched with low expectations. Just Elliot in front of a camera, a white cutting board, and his obsession with pairing flavours. The series took off. People loved his weird commentary and obsessive attention to texture and layering. But when he paired Tim Mantop's ketchup with his ultimate hot dog, something broke. Too tangy, the comments said, overpowers the mustard. The pickles lost. And where's the sweetness? Sales dropped. Supermarkets quietly shifted Tim Mantop to the bottom shelf. Elliot, once a palate prophet, now a punchline. His internal monologue became metallic, robotic, a harsh voice that echoed every time he tasted. The flavour isn't clear, it tries to be everything, a confused sauce. People want balance, not complexity, sweetness or sharpness. They're gonna hate it again no matter what I do. This isn't up to me, I just taste, I don't decide, it's marketing. It's the shelf space. It's not just sauce, it's me, I'm the failure, I'm too much, like the vinegar. Fix it now. Just grab the sugar, soften it, shorten the flavour, make it safe. Elliot tasted and panicked. He designed new blends, sweeter, softer, less acidic. He borrowed from barbecue sauces, from Asian glazes, from his grandmother's tomato jam, but nothing felt right. He could make what people liked, but it wasn't him. Until one night, in the quiet hum of the lab, he whispered into the camera, "Here's what I know. Not every sauce needs to go on a hot dog, and not every tongue wants the same truth." He lifted a spoon off the old Tim Mantop blend. This is a journey sauce. It's a beginning. It's too much, and sometimes so am I, but that doesn't mean I stop. And that video went viral, not because of the sauce, because of the honesty. Tim Mantop didn't return to its former glory, but Elliot did. He launched a new line, Last Drop, a tasting series with small batches made for pairings, not mass shelves. Smoky, sweet, short-tasting blends for barbecues, zingy relishes for fish, mellow sauces that finished like a whisper. And the mental voice, he kept it, but changed it. Now, when he tasted, he said, "You own the journey. You get to choose what's too much. This flavour's yours." Why am I even talking to you about this? Because weight loss isn't just about how much you eat, it's about how well your body can transform what you eat into energy, and energy is the key. As you already know, different traditions explain weight differently. Energy medicine sees excess weight as stuck energy, stored stories, emotions, and survival signals. Cellular biology explains that our cells run on tiny rechargeable batteries called ATP. These are made when we process nutrients through a system called Krebs cycle. Here's the catch: when your body has the right nutrients, enough oxygen, it can turn fat into 38 molecules of ATP energy. But under stress, when your cells are inflamed, acidic, or deprived of key nutrients, you only get 2 molecules of ATP. It only does 38 or 2, nothing in between. It's like your metabolism went from 38 miles per gallon to 2. It's exhausting. But here's the good news: you don't need to take oxygen or supplements to change this. Your body already knows how to heal. You just need to feed it what it remembers. Raw fruits and vegetables carry light. They bring oxygen, minerals, structured water, and enzymes that literally recharge your cells. When you aim for about 50% raw fruit and vegetables in your daily diet, you remineralize your body. Electrolytes equal voltage. Support your mitochondria, the energy plants of your cells. You increase oxygen naturally through nutrition, reduce inflammation, restore metabolic flow. This is why spiritual traditions and natural healing paths have always pointed to plants, herbs, and living foods for transformation, because light lives in living things. When you eat food made by sunlight, you remember who you are. So this isn't about restriction, it's about renewal. You're not just losing weight, you're restoring your light. So, what does well-being really mean for you? Pause, breathe, let your inner wisdom speak. Mental clarity. Do you dream of waking up sharp, focused, and ready to meet the day with intention? When would clarity feel most powerful in your life? Emotional harmony. How often do you want to feel calm, confident, and emotionally nourished? What would life look like if peace was your default? Physical vitality. What kind of energy do you want humming through your body? Resilience. How gracefully do you want to move through life's curveballs? Soul level satisfaction beyond the scale. What makes you feel deeply meaningful and aligned? Take a sacred pause. If your body was a temple, what would it need to feel clean, peaceful, and sacred again? Write it down, feel into it. This is your vision. You're not here for quick fixes. You're here for real change, and real change starts with wise guidance. Yes, there are many voices out there: influencers, trends, wellness gurus. Some mean well, some are just selling promises, and not every voice deserves space in your sacred journey. Choose from those who are trained, experienced, and grounded in integrity, whether that's a medical doctor, a clinical nutritionist, or a deeply experienced healing practitioner. Ask yourself, does this advice feel empowering, or does it have me doubting myself? Is it aligned with how I want to feel? Light, strong, whole? Does it honor both science and soul? This path is yours to walk. And you're not walking alone. You're walking with wisdom. You're walking with intention. And every choice you make from here is a prayer for your future self. Your body is the garden of your spirit, and what you feed it becomes your future. So what does well-being mean to you now? And are you ready to walk in alignment with that vision starting today? About me, I'm Julie, a certified clinical hypnotherapist and master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming and a life coach. I specialize in working with the mind and subconscious mind to help you unlock your true potential. Let's take a moment to remember how our subconscious mind works right now without any effort from you. Your body's breathing, blinking, digesting, detoxifying, all on autopilot, and that's the power of your subconscious mind. It's always working behind the scenes, running the show. Now imagine this: what if instead of focusing on food guilt or body shame, your subconscious was filled with images of ease, nourishment, and lightness? What if you fed it with loving, supportive thoughts of being strong, vibrant, and in tune with your body? Let's play with this for a second. Imagine if you constantly thought about living in a peaceful, radiant body, feeling light, nourished, and free. Chances are your decisions, cravings, and even your metabolism would begin to shift in that direction. Your subconscious wouldn't know the difference between imagined and reality, would start to reroute your chemistry to match the images you're holding. And here's the thing, you're already doing this all the time. Ever watched a cooking show and suddenly craved pasta? That's your subconscious taking in images and triggering a craving based on imagination alone. Ever had a nightmare and woken up with your heart pounding? Your body physically reacted to something that didn't even happen, just a thought. Ever imagined a stressful conversation and your stomach tightened before it even began? Your body responded to a story in your head as if it was happening right now. And on the flip side, ever pictured being on holiday and suddenly felt your shoulders relax? Your body shifted just from a mental image of peace. That's the power of the subconscious. It doesn't wait for the event, it reacts to the image you hold. So if that's the case, what if you started feeding it images of radiance, calm, and well-being on purpose? What would your body begin to crave instead? Because here's what really happens. When you think a thought, especially one charged with emotion, your brain sends signals to your body. These signals activate your hypothalamus and pituitary gland, releasing peptides that match that emotion of thought, whether it's freedom, peace, shame, or stress. These peptides flood your bloodstream and bind to receptors on your cells, reinforcing the feelings and teaching your body to crave more of it. This is how your subconscious creates loops, emotional habits that become physical ones. Whether that loop is binge eating, self-sabotage, or punishing workouts, your body is simply responding to the emotional programming it's been given. And here's the missing piece no one talks about. Your nervous system must feel safe. Your subconscious has learned that stress, restriction, or control equals safety. It will cling to those patterns even if they hurt. The reset begins in safety. The deep exhale, that grounded knowing. The moment you choose not to hustle for your worth but to soften, to feed your body with kindness, your mind with clarity, your soul with the sense of home. Your nervous system feels safe, cravings shift, your body stops bracing. It no longer reaches for the sugar to soothe, the caffeine to power through. Begins with crave, balance, reset, warmth, real nourishment. Your body becomes what your subconscious mind believes in safe. So ask yourself gently, what has my subconscious been taught to believe about my body? What emotional loops am I ready to unlearn? What new feelings do I want to practice? Freedom, balance, lightness? This is your invitation to start from wisdom, from the soul, by creating safety. Let your body exhale, let your cravings soften, let your nervous system reset. This is your becoming, and it begins now. What are we really talking about here? Let's get real for a moment. If you think losing weight's going to automatically bring you your dream partner, like a sleek Porsche or a Lamborghini sitting in your driveway, a high-powered career like chief of marketing officer at Google, or waking up every morning feeling pure joy, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Weight loss alone isn't the magic ticket to a picture-perfect life. Losing weight is not going to change your core beliefs about yourself, your self-worth, or your deeper desires. Let's clear that up. You might find more energy, and yes, you might need to update your wardrobe for a new vibrant version of you. Maybe you'll step into new clothes that actually make you feel amazing, but that's just a start. It's not just the clothes that will make you feel worthy. It's the deep work you do inside, aligning your true self. So what is weight loss really about? It's about freeing up the energy within you. It's about choosing self-care and health because you deserve it, not as means to an end. It's about stepping into a body that serves you. We live in a world that constantly tells us what we should be, how we should look, who we should be with, and what we should drive, and where we should work. The truth is, what really matters is you, your energy, your well-being. This is your journey towards alignment, not just appearance. If you're ready for change, let's make it happen. Not because of what others think, but because of who you truly are and what you deserve. Have you noticed the weight gain patterns yet? Let's take a moment to reflect on some of the common patterns that show up in your weight loss journey. These might sound familiar, and that's okay. The first step is awareness. Here's a breakdown of these patterns and how they might be affecting you. Intolerance for ambiguity. I get really frustrated with all the conflicting advice on weight loss and don't know which path to follow. There's so much advice out there, and that can be overwhelming. It's easy to get lost in the noise. This is about feeling frustrated when you can't find a clear, consistent answer. Global necessity. I feel like losing weight is the key to fixing everything wrong in my life. We've all been there, thinking that weight loss will magically solve all our problems. But real transformation comes from when we focus on the bigger picture. Negative expectancy. I doubt that any weight loss plan will actually work for me based on my past failures. If you've tried countless plans and felt that nothing worked, this mindset can be a big barrier. Past failures can create doubt, but they don't get to define your future results. External locus of control. I feel like I can't lose weight unless someone else pushes me and holds me accountable. It's easy to feel like you need someone else to be the motivator, but real success comes when you own your journey. The power to succeed is already within you. Emotional frame. My emotions are all over the place and they really affect my eating habits and motivation. When emotions run high, our eating habits can often follow suit. Understanding how to balance emotions with your goals can help break this cycle. Present orientation. I'm so focused on my current cravings and emotions that I can't stick to a long-term weight loss plan. Living in the moment is important, but it can sometimes mean giving in to cravings or short-term desires instead of sticking to your bigger goal. Long-term success requires balancing those short-term needs with a bigger vision. Now that you're aware of these patterns, how many can you relate to? This is a chance to shift gears and start making changes where it matters most. Why you're already winning. I invite you now to join me on a journey to nurture the healing already within you. Through this guided hypnosis track, the global weight game and why you're already winning will gently rewire your subconscious, reminding your nervous system that it's safe to relax, to grow, and to step into your own strength. And if you're in, let's begin. You already know how powerful your imagination is. You've seen how a simple thought can change your whole state, how the body listens to the stories the mind is telling. Now let's invite the subconscious to hear something new, something safe, something nourishing and real. I wonder if you can remember whether your body already knows how to settle into comfort, how it responds to even the idea of rest or peace or softness. You might not have noticed it yet if your subconscious has already begun drifting, or whether it happens more when you hear the sound of your own breath slowing down. You can allow your eyelids to soften now and let your body do what it already knows to do. Your breathing slows, your body settles, and your mind wanders into a space where it becomes easy to imagine something new. You've probably had that moment where you saw a photo of someone laughing or eating something delicious, and without even thinking, your stomach growled or your mouth watered. That's the subconscious mind at work. Responds not to reality, but to the image it's holding. So I wonder if you can imagine now whether you could picture yourself living in a calm, light, radiant body, and whether that image could begin to feel like home. You may not know yet whether your cravings begin to shift today or tomorrow, but your system is already listening. You can allow yourself to feel what it's like to be well fed with raw fruit and vegetables and an abundance of rest, to be satisfied with something deeper than just food. There was once someone just like you who thought they needed to control every bite. But the moment they softened, the moment they pictured their body already feeling light and free, something changed. Cravings became whispers instead of shouts. Their body stopped asking for sugar and started asking for sleep, for movement, for water. And perhaps your body's already beginning to remember what safety feels like, the kind that doesn't come from restriction or punishment, but from care. You can experience that now, a moment of quiet, of release, of knowing. And as you rest deeper into that knowing, you might start to wonder whether this is what you are actually craving all along. Later, when you open your eyes, you may notice how different the world feels, how different you feel. You can let that change continue gently, kindly, and on your own terms. Have you ever traveled to a different country and suddenly realized that the way people see your body is totally different from how it seemed back home? Maybe you've been to Asia or Spain, places where the definition of normal weight can shift dramatically. Picture this: you step off the plane in Japan, glance down at the scale, and whoa, you're suddenly considered obese here. That same body, that same life, but suddenly a new label. And then in Spain, you step on the scales, same story. It's like you've landed in some kind of international body image game show. But here's the truth: these labels aren't universal, they're not fixed. They're as fluid as culture itself, and if numbers can shift from one country to another, so can your experience of your body. Because real transformation doesn't come from a number, it comes from within. Take a deep breath in and let it go, and just for a moment forget about the scale. Now, if you could imagine something completely different, like every time you think of a certain junk food, you instantly get the sense of a terrible smell, something that turns you off completely. Maybe it's rotten eggs or an old kitchen sponge, something that you would never want near your mouth. Good, now hold that image, because if your mind can create that, it can also create something exquisite. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine eating fresh, nourishing meal, but this time you're chewing slowly, intentionally, like a gourmet chef, fully aware of the textures, the flavors, the experience, tasting every bite, absorbing every mouthful, feeling truly satisfied, not because of the quantity, but because of the quality of your presence. You didn't just eat, you experienced. You didn't just follow a plan, you created it. Because here's what people don't talk enough about: success in weight loss and weight management comes down to one thing: ownership. You are the one creating the experience. You are the one in control. No more outsourcing your body to fads, apps, or shame. This time it's you. You're leading. Now let's play with this. Imagine lifting weights at the gym. The more you lift, the stronger you become. Same with your thoughts, same with your cravings, same with your self-discipline. Every time you say no thanks to that old habit or choose to pause and breathe instead of binge, it's like you're lifting a rep. Your nervous system calms. You're not restricting, you're resetting. This is how the shift happens: layer by layer, thought by thought, bite by bite. And you know what? Obesity isn't just a weight issue, it's often deeply rooted. And as you already know, research shows that success in treating obesity long term is lower than for many cancers. Stunkard and McLaurid-Hume found that only 5% of obese patients succeeded in keeping weight off without relapsing. Why? Because obesity behaves like an addiction. But here's the hopeful part: you're already interrupting the cycle. You're already proving you can imagine differently. You're already creating a new experience in your mind, and that is the key. This isn't just weight loss, it's soul work, it's nervous system healing. This is you remembering that you are in control of your body, your palate, and your life. So from now on, you choose slowly with care and intention. Maybe not all the time, but sometimes you imagine junk food turning into something foul and unappealing. You feel proud with every conscious choice. You own your plan and it fits your life like a tailored suit. You don't rely on willpower alone, you use imagination, presence, and clarity. You feel the strength growing within you moment by moment. Now, as we bring this session to a close, breathe deeply again. Feel yourself grounded, impressed, and powerful, because you're not just someone trying to lose weight. You're someone learning to trust yourself again. You're someone who's healing your body, your habits, and your spirit. And in a moment, I'll count from 1 to 5. And when we reach 5, you'll feel light, clear, and fully present, carrying this transformation with you. 1, feeling calm. 2, feeling proud. 3, sensing deep alignment. 4, embodying strength. 5, eyes open, ready to own the next chapter of your journey. Thank you for showing up fully for yourself. You've just given your nervous system a powerful gift. The hypnosis session you experienced today was a doorway, a reset, a quiet shift in the way your body relates to stress, cravings, and survival. You're not here to punish your body into shrinking. You're here to release what no longer belongs to you, the weight of old beliefs, emotional patterns, trauma loops, and cravings that once kept you safe but no longer served you. This is what real weight loss is. Deep, grounded change from the inside out, and you've just completed module 3, reset your nervous system, reset your cravings. And I want to take a moment to acknowledge that. Most people never get this far. Most people never even consider that healing their nervous system might be the missing piece in their weight loss journey. But you did, and that matters. Over the coming days, we'll gently move through a series of 5 core modules, each one created to help you understand your body more deeply and trust yourself more fully. Module 1, rethink weight loss. Module 2, spot the triggers. Module 3, reset your nervous system. Module 4, compartmentalize the overwhelm. Module 5, rebuild confidence and body trust. You might still be carrying the soft echoes of the hypnotic state, and that's perfect. Let the gentle awareness stay with you. Let it guide you. These sessions are designed to support your healing at every level, emotional, physical, and energetic. You are not alone. You're not doing this wrong. You're transforming quietly, powerfully, and exactly the way your body needs. I'm so honored to walk this path with you. Thank you for taking this beautiful, brave step towards releasing what no longer serves you. This is more than a weight loss journey. It's a return to yourself. I'm honored to walk beside you and awaken your body's wisdom, reclaim your energy, and remember how deeply worthy you already are. Here's to your healing, your wholeness, and lightness.